Are the Houston Rockets the worst NBA team ever? Let's find out in today's video. The Houston Rockets are well aware that trading James Harden would have serious ramifications. After all, the 2018 MVP had been the franchise's focal point for 8 seasons, winning 3 scoring titles and leading 2 trips to the Western Conference Finals. The January blockbuster that reunited James Harden and Kevin Durant on the Brooklyn Nets, however, has left Texas-sized shambles in its wake. The Rockets are on pace to become one of the worst teams in NBA history after more than a month of play. In 1972-73, the Philadelphia 76ers set the 82-game season record for futility with a 9-73 record, or a 0.11 win percentage. During a lockout-shortened season, the 2011-12 Charlotte Hornets had the lowest winning percentage in NBA history of 0.106, going 7-59. Then, in 2015-16, Sam Hinkie's process 76ers challenged both marks with a 10-72 or 0.122 win percentage season. That convinced the league to change its draft lottery rules to discourage tanking. This unholy alliance may have to brace itself for the arrival of Houston, which dropped to 1-15 or a 0.063 win percentage with a loss to New York Knicks on Saturday. While that isn't the worst start in franchise history, the 2015-16 76ers and the 09-10 New Jersey Nets both lost their first 18 games. The Rockets are on pace to go 5-77. That is not a mistake. The Rockets' 14-game losing streak would be the longest in franchise history if they hadn't lost 20 consecutive games after trading Harden. Houston has now won only 7 of its last 60 games dating back to early February. Simply put, this is as bad as it gets in the NBA. Now, there have been a few exciting moments, including a blowout win over the Oklahoma City Thunder in their home opener, and a nail-biting loss to Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. However, misery has been the default setting, as Houston leads the league with 11 double-digit losses, and ranks last with a minus 10.8 point differential. The Rockets rank 30th in offensive efficiency, 29th in assists, and 28th in three-point percentage, and they lead the league in turnovers per game. Quote, "It's been happening all year," said veteran guard Eric Gordon following a thrashing by the Phoenix Suns. "It's difficult for us to get 100 points. It's a variety of things. We harm ourselves in a variety of ways. It's just that there's a lot to overcome. There are many small things we don't do to help one another. It's just difficult." End quote. At least some of this suffering is premeditated. Houston's front office decided to rest John Wall before the season to make room for the team's young backcourt Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. With Wall and his $44.3 million contract on the bench, the 21-year-old Porter has struggled to handle point guard duties, and the 19-year-old Green has shot poorly in his rookie season. While top 5 picks like Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes have started well, Green is shooting 37.9% from the field and 28.4% from deep, all while averaging more turnovers than assists. Porter and Green are not the first inexperienced guards to find themselves in over their heads, nor are they the only youngsters in Houston's rotation. Second-year coach Stephen Silas has given plenty of minutes to 19-year-old rookie center Alperen Sengun and 20-year-old forward Kenyon Martin Jr. as he seeks to assemble a core group. Houston's prospects have shown some promise, but consistent impact has eluded them. Quote, "We're not there yet," Silas said after the Knicks' narrow victory. "We made mistakes that any young team would make. We must continue to learn and grow. We must continue to do so. We'll be just fine." End quote. Houston's perilous situation cannot be explained solely by his youth. Rockets general manager Rafael Stone prioritized draft picks and trades over proven players in the Harden trade. The deal's top returning piece, Victor Oladipo, battled lingering health issues and was traded to the Miami Heat for Kelly Olynyk at the trade deadline. In turn, Olynyk signed as a free agent with the Detroit Pistons last summer, and shortly before the Harden trade, Stone dealt a disgruntled Russell Westbrook to the Washington Wizards in exchange for a first-round pick. And Wall, whose shaky health, poor shooting, and erratic defense make him a difficult fit in a youth movement. That series of decisions aided the Rockets in stockpiling future draft capital and cleaning up their salary cap sheet, but it also dwindled their talent pool. Gordon, the last remaining holdover from the Harden era, is a natural trade chip, though his contract, $18.2 million this season and $19.6 million next season, will almost certainly complicate potential trade talks at the deadline. To put it another way, this season should be the most difficult in Houston's rebuild. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Truffle, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.